Hello, this is Marina from Dark Star Astrology, bringing you the Aries 2020 horoscopes. I have the whole ebook on my website, which you can get hold of. So here's a little taster. So really with Aries, if you're not in your dream job by the end of 2020, then you never will be. Well, that's a bold statement, you may think, but yes, it is a bit exaggerated, but that is because the life-changing Capricorn pileup of planets hits your angular houses, and that means that you're one of the 4 signs that gets the most juice out of all those great conjunctions that occur this year. It doesn't all have to be about materialism either. So the romantic Jupiter sextile Neptune brings mysticism into the equation, which means that your life calling may become apparent while on a spiritual retreat. That said, the big aspect of the year, Jupiter conjunct Pluto, activates big promotion prospects. This aspect has a nickname of the millionaire's aspect, by the way. So chances of that are improved if you are naturally ambitious and have been working your socks off for the last year. Saturn rewards hard work while he's busy ploughing through your career zone. He can also provide you with more stability than you've had for a while also. So these are your keywords, Aries, for this year. Now it's a dream job, finding your purpose, reputation boost, status detox, workaholism, spicy bedrooms, boom-bust balance, and soul growth. Now, saying all that, you're still getting used to the unpredictability of Uranus in your cash house, and the beauty of this position is that surprise windfalls could come from anywhere. It also means that it's adding some spice to the heavy Saturn Capricorn at 10th house energy that can be a bit overwhelming if you're trying to balance family life with work life. It could be a case of all work and no play this year, so make sure that you take advantage of any bonuses that do come your way, because what's the point of having a great salary if you can't enjoy its benefits? So looking down at the transits of Saturn, Jupiter, Ceres and Lilith, which I go into more detail on my website with. So Saturn for Aries, these are your challenges. Saturn comes to the end of its 2.5 year in your career house. So by now you've started to see the hard work seeds blossom and the world is recognizing your talent. As always, along with all the praise, of course, comes responsibility. You have shown what you're capable of, so now let's up the game to the next level. You have kids, so how about grandchildren? You've managed one house for rentals, so what about a portfolio of properties? With Saturn conjunct Pluto on January the 12th, you might get to the big powerhouse promotion you've always dreamed of. Now, Jupiter for Aries, this is your blessings and growth. So Saturn joins Jupiter in your career zone practically all year until December the 20th. So you get a great balance of boosting and busting. By that I mean lucky breaks and then busting a gut to meet deadlines. Prizes and awards of excellence are possible, but as is graduating from college as well. Then we have a great Saturn conjunct the South Node on January the 8th, which could bring a teacher from the past who brings karmic reward or payback for good deeds done in other lifetimes. Super confidence in your abilities will be reflected in a surge of demand for your services. One very special day at this time is the lush Venus sextile Jupiter on January the 23rd. So don't miss out on that opportunity to push for even more success while you're on such a roll. Now I look at Ceres and Lilith, which is the magic and healing in 2020. We have a Persephone-esque connection of Ceres conjunct Pluto in Capricorn on January the 13th, and this brings shades of underworld to your career, so be careful not to risk your reputation due to a casting couch proposition at work. Now with Black Moon Lilith, the majority of the year is going to be in Aries, so she enters it in January 27th, on January 27th, And if you're one of the milder Aries who's very submissive or conservative, then you might become more like the stereotype and go wild and passionate, especially when Mars joins Lilith in your sign from June the 28th. So Mars and Venus for Aries, this is your passion, love and ambition. Now, both planets of love and sex retrograde this year in 2020, and the Mars one is where you get some love action away from work. Yes, you must be quite sick of hearing how great things are going to be on the work front, but how about some va-va-voom in the bedroom department? You will be pleased to know that Mars will be in Aries for the entire retrograde. And that can actually work very well for you because Mars is really powerful in its own sign and it will be revving up your physique. It means that you also get Mars in your sign for a much longer period, and that works like a really slow, rich bake. With the Venus retrograde, that moves pretty fast and it will be in your third house of study, siblings, the goddess and immediate neighborhood. And that should boast your social life, since this house is kind of short journeys and networking as well. And I'll look at that in more detail in the e-book of the Aries 2020. So I also look at the eclipses and outer planets in your decan as well. So I'll just give you a taster of each of the decans now. With Aries Decan 1, at last you get some action in your decan now, with both Saturn and Jupiter spending some time in Aquarius. You may see that makes an aspect to you by sextile. So you may physically move houses too, because the solar eclipse is in your home zone. But you start the year saying goodbye to the extravagance from greedy Jupiter. So time to start the austerity measures so that you can enjoy his sexy sextile at the end of the year. But with the Jupiter square, if you are normally a cautious bod, this will be the big push you need to inflate yourself. Yes, go for it. Now with Aries Decan 2, you get the Jupiter square, that's all, and the lunar eclipse square. So with the Jupiter square, your bombastic approach could frighten potential clients, which is a shame at this time because generally Jupiter can be very lucrative in that it puts you in the right place at the right time. So don't blow it. Even the square can be lucky if you know your limits and take on board judgments that others make about you too. With Aries Decan 3, you get the Saturn square, the Jupiter square, and the Pluto square all year. Now, patience must be had with this one. You're coming to the end of that Saturn square, but you will get the buffer of the Jupiter square at the same time. So, all right, you might not be having the easiest of rides, but you will actually feel quite wonderful in a few months' time. So trust me, no pain, no gain is your mantra for this period, but it doesn't have to be painful if you let go and let God. So that's the highlights. Do come to the website, darkstarrastrology.com. There's a link at the bottom so you can go straight to the post, and that will give you details of how to get hold of the ebook, which is a bargain at $395 US dollars. All right, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.